And for those on yourliveevent.com, we are getting set for Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight on yourliveevent.com. From Pine River-Backus High School, I'm Devin Kruger as we're getting set for the boys matchup, and the Nevis crowd has come. It should be a tremendous atmosphere. Conference game, section game. It is Pine River-Backus and Nevis in high school boys basketball here tonight on KLKS Talk 100. For the Mark Levin fans, you can catch the rest of his show on 3WI AM 1270, FM 96.3. For those fans that were listening to Talk 100. When we come back on the pregame show, we are going to, of course, set up our game tonight. I do not have coach interviews, being it's Game 2 of the doubleheader tonight. Didn't get connected, but we are going to talk with PRB girls basketball coach Tucker Sheely after the girls won the opening game tonight here in Pine River. They took on the Lake of the Woods Bears and went on to a 61-28 victory. We'll chat with him when we come back. We'll get you set up for the boys matchup with the Tigers versus the Tigers, Pine River-Backus and Nevis, coming up on the Station 371 pregame show here on KLKS from the Cub Foods Brainerd and Baxter Studios and yourliveevent.com. To live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor.
And we're back with you on the Station 371 pregame show for the boys game, but we're going to talk with Tucker Sheely, head coach of the Pine River-Backus girls. 61-28 victory over Lake of the Woods. First half was pretty close. Didn't quite take advantage of some opportunities, but boy, the second half was a different story. Tucker, congrats on the great win. And what stood out to you in the 61-28 victory?
Our pressure definitely got to him, especially in that second half. I had a really good bench production from Mimi Bukers and Ella Dahl. I thought she really stepped up and played a really good game for us. So, yeah, our full court pressure ended up being, I think, the difference, especially in the early on in that second half.
You felt that was an advantage you had coming into the matchup. In the first half, you created the turnovers. I had Lake of the Woods for 20 turnovers in the first half, but you didn't quite capitalize on them. Was that something you addressed, and if so, how did you address that at halftime?
Yeah, I mean, they're capable of making those open shots. I just said continue to shoot with confidence. I think Alora got going there in that first half with a couple of her layups. I think that's one of those things where, players know how to play. So put them in position to succeed, and they will. And so, I think they rotated really well in that press, and it got us some opportunities. And like you alluded to, the second half, we were able to actually convert them a little bit better.
You also told me in the pregame that you wanted to attack the zone a little better because you knew that's what Lake of the Woods would throw at you. And you could definitely tell the girls were focused on getting those inside touches, but I thought they did it, without forcing things too much. Were you pleased with the effort of how you wanted to kind of establish a better zone offense tonight?
Yeah, I thought we did a better job of that in the second half. Kate Travis, Brianna Hannikin, Mimi Bukers, they have to be our post presence. And, a little tentative in that first half. And then we talked about that was one of our halftime adjustments. And then I thought they came out, responded really well. Had a few good baseline takes there in that second half. And then, got a few on the block. And one there from Brianna, and got Ari in the mix there as well. So, definitely excited for the girls on for this one, and definitely taking a step forward here tonight. So that was fun.
The other two games you had this week were against top 10 rated teams. One in Class A in Nevis, one in AA in Pequot Lakes. So, did you feel coming in with a winnable game? Did you feel like this was one that you kind of had to have to bounce back with this crew?
Yeah, I mean, every night when you go out and compete, you want to have it. But, absolutely. I mean, it's one of those that, we definitely knew we could play with this squad, and one that, the girls executed and, put the pressure on like our game plan kind of dictated. So, very proud of the group, and, excited for, the couple matchups we have this next week and leading into a couple days of practice. So we'll be able to get a few things established, going forward to play Walker on Thursday.
Yeah, that's just it. Is you actually have 3 days of practice. You were supposed to have a game Monday. That one got canceled off the schedule. So with 3 days to work on with this crew, and if you, not that you want to give a whole lot away, but I mean you have another great rivalry. You've got 2 games with a Thursday. I think it's Thursday, Saturday next week. So what are some things, especially now that you're in that second half of the season, that you maybe just want to focus on?
Yeah, no, I think, our boxing out has improved, and so we'll continue to, that'll be a focus of ours. But no, I think offensively we have to still find scoring. And obviously we put up a few more points tonight, but against good defenses, we're going to have a tough time scoring if we don't have girls step up. And I think, River-Backus, Kate Travis are our senior leaders. I expect them to do that. They're great, locker room leaders, but we need them to put up some point production. And then I'm excited to see what the younger crew, especially those 9th graders, can bring to us. So, it's fun to see Ella Dahl get going here. Aaliyah Lewis will start shooting it here. We'll get her a couple looks. So, no, a lot of good weapons, a lot of good pieces here, and we just got to continue to give them some confidence and give them the opportunities to continue to grow and to develop.
Got the win for Friday night, Coach. Congratulations on that. Best of luck next week, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Tucker Shealy, head coach for the PRB girls after the 61-28 victory over Lake of the Woods on yourliveevent.com. With that, we'll take a break. When we come back, we will take you to the boys pregame more in depth. We'll have the look at these 2 teams coming in. The Tigers are coming out on top, but that also means the Tigers are going to fall because it's the Nevis Tigers and the Pine River-Backus Tigers. We'll tell you about these 2 clubs getting ready to do battle in Game 2 of our doubleheader right after this on KLKS Talk 100, RJBroadcasting.com, and on yourliveevent.com.
Them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Back with you on the Station 371 pregame show. Restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 in Pine River. Don't forget those hunting and fishing licenses. They've got the quality Cenex gasoline, and they're the only area shop with kerosene and off-road diesel. Station 371 in Pine River. All right, let's get you settled in for this boys matchup. A nice crowd has filed in for our finale tonight for Friday night as we take a look at our 2 clubs. The Nevis Tigers come in 11-5 overall. They are 6-0 in Northland Conference matchups. They are coming off a win Tuesday, 91-42 over Walker Hackensack Akeley. Tigers team putting up 69.2 points per contest. They're allowing 53.1. Right now they are leading the Northland Conference, of course, with that 6-0 conference record. They've dabbled into the top 20 for Class A boys basketball. They are currently not ranked in the top 20. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, they are 8-5 overall on the season. They're 3-2 in Northland Conference play. They are coming off a very exciting win on Tuesday, 70-68 over Red Lake. The Tigers are scoring 62.1. The Tigers of PRB scoring 62.1 points per contest. They're allowing 54. Last year, Nevis got the sweep. They won 65-57 in the first matchup, and then expanded on that in the second meeting, winning 79-55. the Nevis Tigers have won 4 straight in the series as the last PRB win. Don't have to go too far back. They won on January 30th of 2020. That was the last win for the PRB Tigers. Again, the girls matchup tonight, PRB got the win, pulling away in the second half. That was a 31-22 halftime game, and then the second half was all PRB as they went on to the 61-28 victory. Now, the boys in a big conference matchup with the Nevis Tigers in town. We'll take a break, and we'll get more for you here on the Station 371 pregame show for high school boys basketball tonight on KLKS Talk 100 and YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100. Devin Kruger back with you here on KLKS and on YourLiveEvent.com. 2 other basketball matchups getting underway here for your Friday night. In girls basketball, number 8 in AA Pequot Lakes is at Aiken. That one can be heard on rjbroadcasting.com. Listen live on KKI and AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler. Or that one is also can be seen and watched live at yourliveevent.com. Also a boys basketball matchup on radio as Pillager has a tough matchup tonight. They're at number 5 in Class A, Henning. And that one is scheduled for a 7. Actually, that one should be tipped off as well. That one on Cash 95.9. Of course, tomorrow morning, tune in for our weekly Coaches Recap Show, the Saturday Sports Wrap. It's at 10 o'clock on KKI and AM 930, FM 103.1, and on your live, and on rjbroadcasting.com. That's rjbroadcasting.com. All right, let's take you through. I don't have the starting lineups. Again, I was unable to connect with either of the boys' coaches prior to tonight's matchup. This doubleheader was not pre-planned. The girls' matchup tonight was supposed to be on the road for PRB. They were supposed to go to Lake of the Woods, but because they couldn't find some officials, Lake of the Woods said, hey, if you've got officials and you've got another game, we'll come down to you because we want to make sure we get the game in. So that's exactly how they handled that. So we had the girls' game first. So the boys' game is coming up. But I can look down here and get the starting lineups, and I do have some from previous games. So I'm just really more or less trying to figure out which ones I've got. And they're doing the pregame announcements. So that's what the little hesitation is. They are lined up. Some folks are lined up for the national anthem. I'm not sure if they will have it, since they already had the first, had it for the first game with the ladies, and they're doing some sort of special announcement. Oh, now here we go, starting lineup. So doesn't look like we'll have the anthem. Here is the starting lineup for the Nevis Tigers. They will start a junior, Austin Arndt. Sophomore, Devin Lindo. Junior, Joe Houchin. Junior, John Paul Benson. And sophomore, Alex Lester for the Nevis Tigers. Again, it's Arndt, Devin Lindo, Houchin, Benson, and Lester. The Nevis Tigers coming in 11-5 overall, 6-0 in the conference. Their head coach by Scott Kramer. For the PRB Tigers, starting for them will be 5'9" senior guard Irvin Tulinchek. 5'10" senior guard Jared Hamilton. 6'3" junior wing Andrew Bukers. 6'3" senior wing Ryan Struess. And 6' senior wing Carson Travis. Again, for the PRB Tigers, Tulinchek, Hamilton, Bukers, Struess, and Travis. That wraps up our Station 371 pregame show. Restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 in Pine River. Catch them for your hunting and fishing licenses. Great bait, good snacks from your local convenience store, and great owners too. Station 371. From the Cub Foods KLKS Studios, here's the opening tip. It's going to be Lester and Hamilton, and Nevis controls the opening tip. They go to my left. Pine River-Backus is going to play man-to-man defense. Nevis in the white jerseys, white shorts, green numbers and letters, and yellow trim. PRB in the home, black unis, black shorts, orange numbers and letters, and white trim. Here's a little hook shot by Lester underneath. Left it off the right side, and Carson Travis grabs the rebound. Got numbers for both of these teams, but we'll see if I can get to them here as the broadcast goes on. PRB with the basketball, Jared Hamilton on the right side. Both teams starting in the man-to-man. As the Tigers look to be patient, Hamilton hands it off to Struess. Struess, who's improved his outside game, being watched by J.P. Benson. Nevis, a state tournament team last year. Here's Andrew Buchers into the lane. Stops, going to put the fadeaway up, and this one in and out over the outstretched hand of Joe Houchin, and Nevis grabs the rebound. Both teams empty in their opening possession in the opening minute here of tonight's game. Nevis to Lester inside, and Lester banks it off the window and in, assisted by Houchin. Alex Lester, the sophomore, no heights or anything for the Nevis Tigers, but Lester, I believe, 6'6", maybe 6'7". And the Tigers will try to answer. Jared Hamilton, left side on the wing. Goes up top to Carson Travis. Almost a pass tipped away by Austin Arndt. Buchers on the left side. Again, nice crowd here. Tried the backdoor cut, and it's tipped and picked away by Devin Lindo. Tigers of PRB turn it over. Houchin will flip it back to Benson, and a number of these players, the ones that I remember last year for sure, Lindo, Houchin, Benson, all played in that state tournament. Benson, long three, and he knocks it down. J.P. Benson with the triple and a 5-0 start for the Nevis Tigers. Benson averaging 13 a game. Now inside, the Tigers get Ryan Struess down in the paint. He draws some contact, and he'll head to the free throw line. Foul will go against Houchin. For this Nevis Tigers team, you got Benson at 13 a game, Lester at 12, and Austin Arndt at 11.6. Some pretty good balance at the top, and Pine River-Backus has a very similar look, especially at the top. Andrew Buchers, 14.8 points a game. Struess at just under 13, and Hamilton at 12.5. First free throw was good. Second one off the back iron. Nevis grabs the rebound. It's 5-1. Nevis here in the early going. Here's Austin Arndt with a drive. Collided with Lester. Goes up. Tough shot. Travis contested. Lester the offensive rebound. Put back no, but a foul on PRB. Foul will go against Carson Travis, the senior. And at the free throw line for two, the sophomore Alex Lester. Lester at 59% from the free throw line. He knocks down the first. Second one set on its way. Hits them both. Nevis playing little token man-to-man in the backcourt, but they're going to really get on you in the front court. And that pass way airmailed. Was it tipped? Ryan Struess was trying to tell the official that that one was tipped. The officials say, nope, that one was just simply overthrown. And it's turnover number 2 on PRB. 2:40 gone. Coach Kramer calling up the play. Wants the Tigers of Nevis to pick up the pace. Here's Houchin with a drive. Double pump. No, right into the hands of J.P. Benson. Little good fortune there for Nevis as Benson has the easy lay-in. It's 9-1 Nevis. First 3 minutes in. Now we're going to get a bump on Devin Lindo as Jared Hamilton tried to drive the left side. Pine River-Backus will inbound on the far sideline. Inbounds into the corner to Struess. Benson right there. Here comes a double team. And a pass to Tulenchek. They work it around to Hamilton. Hamilton fires the three right side. This one a tad strong. Rebound to J.P. Benson. Nevis looking to go. Arndt up the right side. Good job by Buchers getting back, but Arndt gets in. And boy, what a shot as Arndt, sandwiched between two Tigers, somehow fought that ball up, and it somehow found its way to go down the cylinder. That was a heck of an and one there for Austin Arndt. Foul on Jared Hamilton as Nevis brings in Christian Moe, a junior, for the first substitution of the game. Free throw on the way, and he rolls it in, and the Nevis Tigers off to a fast start, 12-1 with 14:40 to go in our first half. Carson Travis to Jared Hamilton. Back to Travis. Down the blocks. Tried to shovel a pass out. It's tipped away and stolen by Arndt. Pine River-Backus' third turnover. And then as Arndt went up for the bucket, Andrew Buchers tried to time the block. Instead got the contact. And Buchers going to be called for the personal foul, sending Austin Arndt to the free throw line. Arndt 1 for 1 on his last trip. As the first free throw is on its way and in. .80 run for the Nevis Tigers, and Arndt misses on the front end, and Ryan Struess wrestles the rebound out of the hands of Alex Lester. Tulenchek to Hamilton. Hamilton down the right side, lost his balance and threw it away. J.P. Benson with the steal, and then the Tigers able to get it back. Struess at the free throw line. Over to the right side is Hamilton. First turnover on Nevis there. Hamilton with the little floater, and PRB gets their first field goal to make it 13-3. 4 minutes in before the Tigers of PRB get their first field goal. Devin Lindo back the other way. To the left side to Moe. Moe looking for a move, gives it to Benson. Benson down on the block, spins, and Hamilton had it poked away. Lester comes up with it, goes up. Struess and Buchers combine on the tough D, and PRB comes away with the board. Tulenchek across the stripe, looking for the high screen from Buchers, looking to pick and roll. Instead, Tulenchek pulls up for three off to the left. Buchers offensive rebound, got Lester up in the air. No foul on the putback. And Nevis gets the clear. Arndt on the other end. Down to the baseline, kicks it up to Benson. Fires one across. Christian Moe sets, fires for three. This one just a tad strong. And Tulenchek skies for the rebound. 13-10 to go, first half. Nevis 13, Pine River-Backus 3. Devin Kruger with you here for Frigid Friday Night Basketball. Jared Hamilton on the near sideline. Gives it off to Travis. Tulenchek will reset. Lobs up Travis at the high post, almost too high. Travis did a nice job climbing the ladder for that one. Nothing there on the back door. Gives it back to Tulenchek. Struess at the top. Around a couple of Nevis Tigers. Good step out on that screen by Austin Arndt. And back to Tulenchek. Nevis is that type of team. They are quick. They're athletic. They're right in your hip. Here's Carson Travis. And on a pick and roll, the lob pass got it over the top of Christian Moe, and Moe didn't have much of a chance. He grabbed on and committed the foul, putting Carson Travis at the free throw line for two. Carson Travis, the senior, drops in the first one, 5.6 points a game, 62% free throw shooter. His first point tonight, looking to make it two. Second one on the way, and he's got it. Substitution coming in for Pine River-Backus, Tate Norman, 6'2 sophomore wing. He's going to come in and replace Carson Travis. Nevis coming back the other way. Spencer Lindo, a senior, checking in for the first time. Here's a cutter, Christian Moe with the floater. That one just doinks off the front rim. And Ryan Struess rebounds. PRB pushing it. Norman out to Tulenchek. Over to the right side to Buchers. Buchers looking to drive. Nothing there. Flips it back to Norman. 12-10 to go, first half, 13-5 Nevis in front. Here's a nice little hesitation. Jared Hamilton got two Nevis Tigers in the air with the pump fake, puts it up and in. That's 6 straight for Pine River-Backus. And it's 13-7. Now the PRB Tigers fans pumped up a bit. Here's Spencer Lindo for three, and he quiets the crowd with a swish, assisted by Joe Houchin. 16-7 Nevis. PRB Tigers will look to answer. Tate Norman between the pipes over to the left side. Hamilton looking for something inside. It's not there. Hamilton does have the height on Houchin. There's no doubt about that, but he now doesn't want to pull the trigger on the three. And then Andrew Buchers down on the blocks on the baseline. Pass a little low, and Buchers just didn't quite get low enough. PRB turns it over for the fifth time. Austin Arndt returns for Nevis, leading 16-7 here in this first half. There's the bounce pass. Arndt at the high post, working around the screen. They get it. Spencer Lindo wants another three. This one's short. PRB didn't block out. Austin Arndt got the second chance rebound. Lobs it back up top to Benson. Benson from just outside the free throw line hits the long two. He's got 7. 18-7 for Nevis. And here's Struess off the screen. Struess rejected by John Paul Benson. Here comes Nevis. Arndt to Benson. Over to Devin Lindo. He'll pump the three. This one is good. Devin Lindo makes it 21-7 Nevis. With 10.5 to play in the first half, PRB got that little 6-point spurt, and Nevis comes back with 8 straight to give themselves a little more cushion here in the first half. Jared Hamilton surveys the defense. Nevis wants that up tempo, and now another turnover. 6 turnovers on PRB in the first half compared to 1 for Nevis. And Nevis is converting. Benson, right side on the wing, between the circles to Houchin. Setting up Hamilton, drifts to the right side. They work it back. Spencer Lindo off a screen, open three. This one off the left side, and nobody blocked out Spencer Lindo. Got his own rebound, puts it back up and in. I know Coach Jordan Ackerman has said the Tigers need to do a better job of rebounding, and they've got some unhappy coaches. 4 offensive rebounds for Nevis. The bucket is good. Timeout, Pine River-Backus. It's 23-7. Nevis is in front, and we've got a break in the action. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back with more. This is high school boys basketball on KOKS Talk 100 and YourLiveEvent.com.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
Devin Kruger back with you. Got a halftime score. Girls basketball on KKI and AM and YourLiveEvent.com. 8th-ranked Pequot Lakes up big at the break at Aiken, leading the Gobblers 42-8. Pine River-Backus not happy in that timeout. Coming out of it, 9:40 to go in the first half, 23-7. In favor of the Nevis Tigers, Carson Travis is back in, the starting 5 on the floor. Andrew Buchers to the free throw line. Irvin Tulinchak looking back for Buchers, and Alex Lester with those long arms just got a piece of it, and it's a turnover again on PRB. Spencer Lindo pump fakes, and Nevis works the ball around so quickly in their offensive set that the defense sometimes can get out of position just because they're shifting and trying to keep up. Spencer Lindo to Lester. Benson right now taking a seat. Here's Devin Lindo. Devin Lindo down, stops, pump fakes, no, left the shot short, and we have a foul on the rebound. And boy, coming out of that timeout, you would have thought the last thing that PRB would have let happen is an offensive rebound, but that's exactly what they did. And the foul is not sure who that foul was on. The foul was on Andrew Buchers, his second. Here comes Nevis with the basketball and a 16-point lead halfway through half number 1. Houchin has it up top. Head coach Scott Kramer standing and looking on. They work it up top. Devin Lindo over to the left side. Pump fake from Houchin. Pine River-Backus in a 2-3 zone defensively, and Nevis working the ball on the baseline. The soft jumper by Austin Arndt. and he gets the roll. He has 6. 25-7, Pine River-Backus trailing Nevis in this matchup of the Northland Conference Tigers. Andrew Buchers gives it to Struess. Struess being fouled quickly. Stop. He's going to pop the 3 right side. This one just off to the left. And the rebound, and it's going to go Joe Houchin. Collects it right on the baseline. Dribbles himself out of trouble. And he'll bring it into the front court. Far on the right side, looking for the ball screen. Calls for it from Lester. Gives it over to Arndt. Quick reversal left side. Spencer Lindo. Nevis with a lot of screens, motion type offense. Devin Lindo back to Arndt. Surveying. And now we're seeing some good patience by this Nevis Tigers team. 7:45 to go in the first half. That's one thing with Nevis. I think when you have this program that Scott Kramer has been having, they take quality shots. Devin Lindo, where they pull up at the free throw line. No, another offensive rebound. Lester, the hook shot. That one's off the mark. Ryan Struess rebounds. Irvin Tulenchek up the left side. Little hesitation. I think he was going to maybe zip a pass somewhere, and it's a good thing he didn't fully pick up that dribble. Jared Hamilton hands it off to Struess. Struess up top. Carson Travis sets, fires for 3. Front iron, no. And the long rebound to Andrew Buchers. Buchers driving baseline is fouled. Only the second offensive rebound for PRB here in the first half. Foul is going to go against Alex Lester, his first. Christian Moe, J.P. Benson going to come back in for the Nevis Tigers, who have a 25-7 lead. Listening to high school boys basketball on KLKS, Pequot Lakes, Jenkins. As PRB inbounds, Hamilton over to Tulenchek. Way high. The 10-foot line for volleyball. Now he brings it between the circles. Now fires it down to Travis. Double teamed. Looks to kick it out, and it's off the mark and out of bounds. Caden Witt, 5'11 senior guard, will check in for the first time for Pine River-Backus. 6:50 to go in this first half. The Nevis Tigers in control, 25-7. Currently on a 12-0 run. But even they've stalled out a little bit for a few minutes. Spencer Lindo with a pump fake at the top of the key over to Arndt. And Nevis can be okay, although they can play with a patient offense. Here's Austin Arndt, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Ryan Struess was on the block, and it wasn't egregious, but Arndt definitely lowered the shoulder. I think that was the correct call. I think it was a good spot by the official as Arndt he quickly lowered the shoulder, leaned in, trying to create separation, and they got him on the personal foul. That's his first and just the second turnover on Nevis here this half. Jared Hamilton in the lane, pump fakes, contact, counted and one. Jared Hamilton trying to put the Tigers on his back a little bit. He's got 6 of the 9 points and a chance for one more. Foul is on Joe Houchin. That is his second, team's 6th. Houchin will step off. Devin Lindo in. And also freshman A.J. Bessler checks in for the first time for Nevis. Bessler looks to be in that 6'5", 6'6" range as Hamilton free throw nothing but nylon. 25-10 as Pine River-Backus is hoping that can be a spark for them. On the far side, Devin Lindo, and we're going to have a foul. I think the whistle was a little quiet the first time, but they got it the second time as Irvin Tulenchek called for the bump and the foul. And Nevis inbounds on the far sideline. Benson gets the inbound in the corner. Good closeout by Struess. Benson, some of these Nevis shooters, they square up so quickly to the bucket. Bessler to Moe. Back to Bessler, and Moe will bring it back up top. J.P. Benson will call for Devin Lindo, and the pass was intercepted, but they wanted it into the hands of Lindo, and they reset. Austin Arndt high on the right side wing. They give it to Lindo between the circles. Witt tried to pop it loose. Lindo dribbles into a double team. Kicks it out to Benson. Nevis does a very good job of coming to the basketball. Austin Arndt, tough drive on the right side. No. J.P. Benson, offensive rebound. Falling backwards, no. Bessler, another offensive rebound. Devin Lindo puts it up. That one is short. And finally, Jared Hamilton clears the window for the PRB Tigers. For the PRB Tigers. Here's Hamilton, left side, and a beautiful spin move and finish by the 5'10 senior Hamilton. Hamilton averaging 12.5 a game. He's already got 9. And that one lit up the crowd a little bit. 5 minutes to go in the first half, 25-12. Nevis Tigers in front. Arndt cutting to the basket. The pass was tipped. Arndt keeps with it, stays, spins, shot blocked by Buchers. PRB coming back the other way. See if they can come up with another big bucket to get themselves and the crowd. Here's Struess with a nice backdoor cut and a great feed by Caden Witt. That was a beautifully placed bounce pass by Witt. That's 7 in a row for Pine River-Backus as their crowd back into it some. 25-14. Nevis. Basketball's a game of runs. And now here's Struess with a steal. Struess down the right side, and he will lay it up and in as Benson tried for the block. Struess the steal, scoop, and score, and there's 9 straight PRB points. 25-16, and now the energy a little different here in Pine River-Backus. Coach Scott Kramer, so loud. He had to, and Scott Kramer, if you know him, even if you don't, all you have to do is see him once. He is not somebody you can easily miss. He's going to take a timeout to try to break the momentum with 4:03 to go in the first half. PRB's on a run. It's 25-16 Nevis on KOKS and YourLiveEvent.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Devin Kruger back with you. Got a halftime score in boys basketball. Henning, ranked number 5 in Class A. They are on top of Pillager, 52-26 at the half. Pine River-Backus girls defeated Lake of the Woods in game 1 of our doubleheader here tonight, 61-28. Nevis basketball coming out of the timeout. Christian Moe. They've got Benson as they going down to Lester, and Lester with a nice finish down underneath on the assist from Benson. The sophomore Lester with 6. Snapping a 9-0 PRB run, 27-16. Tigers basketball, and that's going to be a travel. Ryan Struess mishandled it, and that was a travel. Chulinchik, Buchers, Hamilton, Struess, and Travis, the starting 5 on the floor for Pine River-Backus. Devin Lindo, Mo, Benson, Lester, and Arndt, the 5 on the floor. JP Benson thought about 3. Pulls up, free throw line, Struess in his face, and Benson hits a tough one. 9 points for J.P. Benson. That's back-to-back buckets for Nevis. Their lead back to 13 at 29-16, 3:20 to go in half number 1. Irvin Tulinchek thought about the pull-up 3, passed it up. Travis into the lane. Travis spinning, looping around, too strong, and Hamilton crashing the offensive boards. It is out of bounds, and I think they're going to say last touched by Hamilton. Nevis with a 15-10 advantage on the glass in the first half, but more glaring. 8-2 in offensive rebounds for the Nevis Tigers. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Arndt inside to Lester. Tried to back down Travis. Travis holding his strong ground, but Lester with a very good move inside. Physical move. Little bumping and banging, but really I like that instance to let him play because Travis was holding his ground. Lester wasn't banging into him hard, and he just got a nice shot. Here's Hamilton. Trigger, 3, right side wing, no. Rebound out of bounds, and it was going to go off of J.P. Benson. Offensive rebound for Pine River-Backus. Irvin Tulinchek will toss it in on the baseline. Looking for the back door, and Pine River-Backus running a couple of screens, but they weren't real solid screens. They still get it in. Here's Buchers with a drive. Buchers between 2 defenders, got hit in the head, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Good move. Andrew Buchers with a strong drive. The foul will go against Lester. That will be his second, and Andrew Buchers, PRB leading scorer, has not scored yet. He's at the free throw line for a pair. Hitting him at 77% on the year, and the first one is down. That stops a little 6-point streak for Nevis. Spencer Lindo back in for the Nevis Tigers. Buchers splashes the second one in, 31-18 Nevis. 2:25 to go here in half number one. Here's Arndt at the high post, and boy, a big collision, and hopefully everybody's okay. Arndt got the pass on the high post. He had position and a quick spin to the basket. Jared Hamilton tried to take the charge, but he was way late, and they crashed pretty hard. Fortunately, everybody's up. And Austin Arndt is at the free throw line for 2. 6 points tonight, 2 for 3 at the free throw line. First one rolls off to the right. For Hamilton, that's his second personal. 6th team foul for Pine River-Backus. Second free throw short, missed them both. Rebound to Pine River-Backus. Hamilton across the timeline. PRB down 13. Ryan Struess guarded by Benson. Travis looking left side to Buchers. Looking for a cutter, nothing there. Up top to Tulinchek. Couple of double screens and now a pass, and they're just going to award that to Nevis. Andrew Buchers went down, and some Tigers fans maybe thinking that there was some contact there, but the officials didn't rule it enough contact, and it's the 10th turnover on Pine River-Backus. 1:50 to go here in the first half. Nevis, Christian Moe. Up top, they work it to Devin Lindo. Up top, Spencer Lindo. Good step out by Buchers as Spencer Lindo was coming across the screen. Now Devin Lindo against Tulinchek. He's going to flip it back out. Moe, stop and pop, 10-footer. He connects. First bucket tonight for the junior, Christian Moe. The lead back to 15. Biggest lead was 18 at 25-7. Then Pine River-Backus went on a nice little 9-0 run, got the crowd all fired up. And, of course, Nevis answered. It was 25-16. It's an 8-2 run for Nevis. Down to 70 seconds to go in the first half. Carson Travis, right side, got to do something with it. 5-second count was on. He drives in. He spins against Spencer Lindo, left it short. Spencer Lindo with the rebound, passes it across to Devin Lindo. Devin working against Tulinchek on the far sideline. Benson with the screen. Arndt flips it to Moe. 45 seconds. Up top, Benson. Nevis doesn't look to be holding for the final shot, but they also run this type of offense every now and then. Lots of weaves, lots of picks up on the perimeter. Now the clock is at 33, and there's Christian Moe, and he's going to lose it. Jared Hamilton takes it away. Hamilton spins, pumps, goes up, off the window, no. Rebound tapped up, it's going to be slapped out of bounds. Last touch by Nevis with 23 seconds to go in the first half. A.J. Bessler will come in. He'll replace Arndt. Witt will come in for Carson Travis for Pine River-Backus. Tulinchek will toss it in. Looking, nothing there. Drops it to Struess. Struess steps back. J.P. Benson right there. Irvin Tulinchek pump fakes the 3. Clock at 16. Tulinchek with a drive, with a spin. The floater is left short off the front. And Bessler rebounds. 10 seconds for Nevis. Devin Lindo down the lane, tried to flip it to Bessler, and that one knocked out of bounds by Pine River-Backus. 5.7 on the clock here in the first half. And we'll break for the recap. Devin Lindo looking for J.P. Benson. They throw it up top. The 3 is on the way. It is missed. Everything on the left side. 1.4 on the clock. I think for Nevis, they're going to apply full court pressure. You don't want Pine River-Backus to just throw it down. They throw it to Witt. Witt launches from three-quarter court, and it's well shy of the mark as we go to halftime. The Nevis Tigers leading the Pine River-Backus Tigers at the break here in Pine River. Game 2 of the doubleheader tonight. It is Nevis 33, Pine River-Backus 18. The halftime report is coming right up. From the Cub Foods Brainerd and Baxter KLKS studios, this is high school boys basketball on Talk 100, rjbroadcasting.com, and we're on yourliveevent.com.
Your groceries and gas each week just by shopping at Pequot Lakes Super Value on Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Shop your locally owned Pequot Lakes Super Value for quality, service, and freshness. Enjoy delicious daily deli specials around the Stone Hearth fireplace, convenient on-site pharmacy, and the freshest meats and produce. Save on gas too. Earn 10 cents of savings on gas for every $100 spent on groceries. Pequot Lakes Super Value, Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Good luck, area teams.
Pine River Dental Arts is committed to the small-town feel of your local dentist while providing top-notch dentistry, like general dental care for all ages to help you have the healthiest mouth possible. And they offer same-day crowns. Pine River Dental Arts is happy to welcome Dr. Tony Sauer to the Dental Arts team. Make your appointment at Pine River Dental Arts on Park Avenue in downtown Pine River or call 587-4437. Feeling like patients are like family.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Some youngsters entertaining the folks with some halftime basketball as the Nevis Tigers lead the Pine River-Backus Tigers in halftime of the boys game at 33-18. Both offense, Pine River-Backus, their offense really started slow tonight. Nevis's defense, in your face, very tough to get by. And Nevis started off pretty good, pretty quick. I mean, they're a team, again, they've been in the top 20 in Class A. They're undefeated in conference play. And Pine River-Backus, we know that, of course, they are a very solid team. But Nevis got off to the quicker start. They jumped out 13-1. And, of course, basketball is the game of runs. We saw a lot of runs in the girls' game before. Of course, the second half was pretty much one big run for Pine River-Backus. But here in this boys' game, it was 13-1 to start. Then 6 straight for Pine River-Backus. They cut it to 13-7. That PRB crowd was starting to get into it. And then Nevis answered, and they scored 12 in a row, taking it from 13-7 to 25-7, and an 18-point lead for Nevis. But credit to Pine River-Backus, because Nevis is not a team that's easy to come back on. They get so in your face. They get you playing their style up-tempo, which Pine River-Backus can play. But, Nevis is that type of team that they're generally not going to beat themselves. But Pine River-Backus was able to turn things around again. 9 straight points, a 9-0 answer by Pine River-Backus, cut it to 25-16. However, it was Nevis's turn again as they ended the first half on an 8-2 run, and that's where we stand at 33-18. I think for Coach Ackerman, biggest thing that stood out to me in the first half, Nevis really crashing the offensive boards, and Pine River-Backus, sometimes if they've both been playing man-to-man defense, it's just one of those things that's absolutely crucial to get a body on somebody. Nevis, again, they are a team. This is a team with a lot of good experience. Even though they don't have a bunch of seniors, there's a lot of experience. State tournament run last year. When you make those state tournament runs, you're doing everything. You're doing all the little things and all the hustle things. And Pine River-Backus is a team, like I see them as built on hustle, but they were getting out-hustled, and they were getting beaten to the offensive boards. 8 offensive rebounds for Nevis in the first half, and I know at least 4 of them they got quick putbacks and they scored on. That's 8 points, and you look at the scoreboard. You take 8 points off, and you've got a 25-18 halftime score. Just with that alone, it's such a world of difference in mindset and how much effort you have to put in to try to claw your way back. So I think for PRB, offensively, they're doing all right. Nevis is a really tough defense. I think PRB is doing a nice job of attacking. They're going at them. They're going to the basket. They've gotten some free throw opportunities, and they're making good on them. That's something that they're certainly going to have to continue in the second half. 33-18 is the halftime score. When we come back, we'll take you through the halftime numbers as it's Nevis by 15 at the break here on KOKS Talk 100 and YourLiveEvent.com. This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at shruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
At Pine River-Backus High School, Nevis leading 33-18 at the break. Again, looking at some other scores, girls, the PRB girls got the win tonight 61-28 over Lake of the Woods in game one of our doubleheader. It was Albany over Pierce 59-25. At the half, it was all Pequot Lakes leading Aiken 42-8. In boys basketball, Henning on top of Pillager 52-26 at the half. In boys hockey, Brainerd and Fergus Falls, they were scoreless after the first period, but I think I just saw that Fergus Falls now has a 2-0 lead in the second period. Of course, we'll keep an eye on other scores as the night goes on. Let's take a look at the numbers from the first half. Nevis again with a 15-point halftime lead. Turnovers, Pine River-Backus committing 10 in the first half compared to just 4 for Nevis. Again, Nevis with a slight overall edge in rebounding, 17-14, but have doubled up the Tigers in offensive rebounds, 8-4. From the free throw line, Nevis is 4 out of 7. Pine River-Backus is 6 out of 7. For Pine River-Backus, Jared Hamilton leading the charge with 9 points in the first half. Ryan Struess with 6, 2 for Andrew Buchers, and 1 for Carson Travis. For Nevis, 9 points for J.P. Benson, 8 points for Alex Lester, 6 points for Austin Arndt, 5 points for Spencer Lindo, 3 for Devin Lindo, and 2 for Christian Mole. Like that balance at the top that the Nevis Tigers have. Pine River-Backus will get the ball to start the second half, but they've got to dig out of the hole as the Nevis Tigers have the lead 33-18. We'll wrap up the halftime report and get you set for the second half action right after this. It's boys basketball on KOKS and YourLiveEvent.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure. Save on your groceries and gas each week just by shopping at Pequot Lakes Super Value on Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Shop your locally owned Pequot Lakes Super Value for quality, service, and freshness. Enjoy delicious daily deli specials around the Stone Hearth fireplace, convenient on-site pharmacy, and the freshest meats and produce. Save on gas too. Earn 10 cents of savings on gas for every $100 spent on groceries. Pequot Lakes Super Value, Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Good luck, area teams.
Pine River Dental Arts is committed to the small town feel of your local dentist while providing top-notch dentistry like general dental care for all ages to help you have the healthiest mouth possible. And they offer same-day crowns. Pine River Dental Arts is happy to welcome Dr. Tony Sauer to the Dental Arts team. Make your appointment at Pine River Dental Arts on Park Avenue in downtown Pine River or call 587-4437. Feeling like patients are like family.
Great people.
Care for your beloved pets.
Devin Kruger back with you. The Pequot Lakes Pine River-Backus road crew hosting the Rousey Duels tonight. And I saw that one score that came across from that one. I saw that the road crew defeated Brainerd 42-28. Brainerd also defeated Albany 55-18. So just one more score update there for you. As we get ready for the second half, as the youngsters treated the fans to some fun halftime entertainment, showcasing the future of PRB basketball. It's always cool when they get to see that, and of course, then you see how many parents are like, okay, now it's bedtime, and others are like, oh, we're here. Let's let the youngsters stick around and watch the rest of the varsity game. 33-18, Nevis is in front as we're getting set to start the second half, and the teams are warming up for the Nevis Tigers. They're next up in action Thursday next week against LaPorte, so they've got a few days off. For the PRB boys, they're at home on Monday. We'll have it for you on Skeeter 101.5 and on yourliveevent.com as the Tigers have a matchup with another Tigers team and a section team, Browerville Eagle Valley. So they play in the Tigers tonight on the Friday night, playing the Tigers on Monday from Browerville Eagle Valley. Again, Pine River-Backus will have the ball to start the second half. I'll send the starters out there in Tulinchik, Hamilton, Buchers, Struess, and Travis. As Coach Scott Kramer taking every second possible to talk. He's been around the game long enough. He knows this has been no way over. We've seen some runs from both of these clubs tonight. Nevis 33, Pine River-Backus 18. Nevis will have their starting five out on the floor as well with Arndt, Devin Lindo, Houchin, Benson, and Lester. So here we go, half number 2 underway. PRB going to my left as I see it to start the second half. Ryan Struess has it. Both these teams do a lot of screening. Nevis, the type of team, they're kind of going through the screens, but they're also athletic enough to switch it out. Buchers tried to get a pass down to Travis, and Alex Lester with his long arms reached out, and now as Irvin Tulinchek tried to pickpocket Devin Lindo, he's going to get called for his second personal. So the PRB Tigers turn it over on the opening possession of half number 2. Joe Houchin will toss it in. He'll flip it to Austin Arndt. Devin Lindo, fairly quiet in the first half, averaging 7 points a game. So he's, again, for Nevis, good balance. Both these teams really good balance. 3 players in double-figure scoring for both clubs. Devin Lindo now driving. I talked about him being quiet, and look at that. Drives right down the left side, lays it up and in. And the announcer jinx sometimes works as a positive for some teams. It's 35-18. Nevis strikes first in half number 2. Struess to Buchers. Buchers driving baseline. Dan, he traveled. Little bump, but again, nothing. They'll whistle the foul on it, and that's been consistent. They're letting the teams play a little bit on that physical side, and I didn't really think there was a ton of contact there anyway, as Buchers just kind of lost his footing. And Nevis comes back the other way again. Devin Lindo crosses the timeline, zips it over to the near side wing to Austin Arndt. 17-point lead. Nevis' largest lead in the first half was 18. Arndt leans in. Good defense by Buchers, but then PRB, the rebound ricochets after 2 PRB Tigers, and Nevis will get a second chance out of this. And stick around for our post-game recap. Post-game awards, interviews, all coming up. 35-18, Nevis in front. Both of these teams were in action Tuesday, scored victories as there's a 3, left side deep on the wing. And J.P. Benson knocks down his second triple of the night. He's got a dozen. And the lead is 20 for the visiting Nevis Tigers. Minute and a half gone in half number 2. Irvin Tulinchik on the left side. Gives it off to Buchers. Buchers now going to take the long three, and he drains one. That's the first three-pointer made tonight for Pine River-Backus. 38-21 for PRB eventually, and now we're going to get a foul away from the ball. They're going to get Carson Travis for a hold away from the ball. And Nevis will inbound on the baseline. I was going to say for Pine River-Backus, eventually this game's going to come down to, can you get consecutive stops against this Nevis offense? And they're not super high scoring, but 69 points a game. And they're pretty close to that average at the break. Now here's Alex Lester with a turnaround inside. This one's off the mark. PRB rebounds. Struess brings it up. JP Benson picks him up. Works to the right side. Now backing it off is Hamilton. They go around to Buchers. Lester's giving him room. Buchers will take the three again. Got another. Back-to-back triples for Andrew Buchers. And again, now the PRB fans making a little more noise. 38-24 in favor of Nevis. Devin Lindo over to Benson. Benson looking to drive. Goes in, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Carson Travis had the spot. Coach Kramer, Benson not thrilled with that call. That is only his first foul. But it is a Nevis turnover, their first of the second half. Pine River-Backus basketball. 15-15 on the clock. 38-24, Nevis in front. Andrew Buchers and Alex Lester has to give Buchers a little bit of room. Now Lester's tall at about 6'7". He's got very long arms. They've already got a couple steals. Buchers, he's given him just enough room, though, that Buchers could take it. Now here's Tulenchek coming across the lane. Zips it over to Buchers. Buchers backing in. Puts up the fadeaway over Lester. This one doinked short. And the rebound to J.P. Benson. Nevis looking to run. Houchin, and we're going to get a foul. Tulenchek and Hamilton were there. They're going to get the foul on Hamilton. That'll be his third, as the PRB fans all wanted to travel instead. But as we all know in the sports world, some calls just don't go your way. Here's the inbounds as Joe Houchin has it. Houchin gets the high screen, gets by Hamilton, goes up, tough shot. Good job using his body. Lester, offensive rebound, gets rejected by Carson Travis. PRB back the other way. Buchers down on the baseline. Pump fakes, goes up, tough shot, and Lester rips away the rebound. Now the ball is loose, and Lester able to corral it, and still trying to get, now we're going to get a timeout. Lester had it, and Lester got popped in the head. Jared Hamilton was reaching down, and Alex Lester is shaken up as Coach Scott Kramer ended up taking a timeout, and Alex Lester slow to get up and got kind of hit hard in the back of the head in that scramble, and they're definitely going to have to take a look at him. Timeout on the floor with about 14 minutes left to go here in half number 2. It is Nevis on top, 38-24, and we'll keep it here as it only took a 30-second timeout, and because, of course, there was some concern with Alex Lester. Lester, the 6'7" sophomore, scrambling after a loose ball rebound. And then just as the timeout was being awarded, one of the Tigers, I think it was Jared Hamilton, they're reaching down. They're trying to tie up the basketball. They're trying to swipe it away. I don't know if it was a leg, an elbow, whatever it was. Alex Lester got bonked in the back of the head and looked like he got it pretty good. So you just definitely want to be cautious and look at him. 14-14 to go. Nevis basketball after the timeout. Devin Lindo on the right side. Spencer Lindo came in for Lester. They have Arndt, Benson, and Houchin. Here's their Houchin, and there's a nice pull-up. And Spencer Lindo with 9 off the bench as he connects from the free throw line, 40-24 in favor of Nevis. Now Struess bounces one to Travis, over to Tulenchek. Starting 5 the whole time so far for PRB here as we're closing in on 4.5 minutes into the second half. Ryan Struess with a drive, blows past Benson, cannot finish. The finger roll somehow found its way out. Nevis with the rebound. Spencer Lindo to Benson. Steps back, Houchin. Houchin thought about the three, passes it up. Instead gives it to Arndt. Nevis We'll go back to a little bit of that patient offense, screening and motion offense on the perimeter. As Benson sets the screen, and Jared Hamilton trying to fight through the screen, just picked up his fourth. 13-10 on the clock in the second half, and Jared Hamilton, right now the Tigers' leading scorer with 9, is saddled with 4 fouls. Caden Witt came in for him. Now Devin Lindo on a back screen from Benson, wide open underneath. Houchin with the assist. Devin Lindo with the easy finish, 42-14, as the Nevis Tigers have matched their biggest lead at 18. Every time PRB has hit some shots to get the crowd pumped up, Nevis has had the answer tonight. Ryan Struess, the PRB Tigers working around, and now the PRB offense, just a lot of standing around, not much movement here in the last few seconds. Carson Travis on the right side. Bukers, who's hit a couple of threes. In fact, he's got the only points for the Tigers on 2 3-pointers. Carson Travis inside, looking, spinning, lobbing it to Bukers. Bukers working against Spencer Lindo, puts it up off the glass and in. 42-26. Nevis, and now Houchin, and that one tipped by Caden Witt. And Joe Houchin upset as they called that a double tip. And Nevis turns it over for just the second time here in half number 2. Only their 6th turnover of the game. Pine River-Backus has a dozen. They also have 2 this half. Now Tulinchek off a seal screen from Bukers. Knocks down a 3 at the top of the key. On there again, back-to-back buckets for Pine River-Backus. Just under 12 to play in the second half, 42-29. Nevis, here's Houchin with a drive, and he's going to be fouled. They're going to call it on the floor against Caden Witt. Caden Witt picks up number 1. Alex Lester will come in. Benson will take a seat for the Nevis Tigers. Looking for their 5th straight win over Pine River-Backus. Off the inbound, Spencer Lindo, double screen, buries another triple. His second, he's got 10 off the bench, 45-29, Nevis. Off the inbounds play 3. Ryan Struess at the top, gives it off to Witt. Here comes the double team. Nevis trying to attack, and it works. Devin Lindo gets the steal and then is promptly fouled by Witt. And that'll be number 2 on Caden Witt. That is already the 6th team foul on Pine River-Backus here in half number 2. And the Nevis Tigers trying to open things up. Pine River-Backus has done a nice job of, having their little spurts. But Nevis is, of course, their runs have been bigger. Here's another offensive rebound, missed by Devin Lindo. Second chance, no. Third chance, ripped away by Tulinchek. On the other end, Bukers is going to be fouled and heads to the line. Irvin Tulinchek with a great steal, ripping it out of the hands of Spencer Lindo, who thought he was fouled. Then on the other end, Alex Lester picks up his 3rd personal, and Andrew Bukers is heading to the free throw line. First trip to the charity stripe for either squad here in half number 2. As the first free throw for Bukers is good. Boys basketball tonight, game 2 of our doubleheader on yourliveevent.com. Of course, this boys matchup also on KLKS, coming to you from the Cub Foods Brainerd and Baxter studios. Andrew Bukers knocks down both free throws. Andrew Bukers is the only PRB Tiger that has scored in this second half. He's got all 13, make that 10. He's got all 10 of, 10 of the 13 points. Irvin Tulinchek hit the 3. Devin Lindo drops it back to Christian Moe. He came in and is slapped away. Caden Witt with the steal. Here's Irvin Tulinchek, and he will have it rejected by J.P. Benson. Benson timed that so incredibly well. He almost volleyball spiked that ball back down to the floor. After Nevis' 4th turnover this half, aren't in for Lester. Nevis has matched their first half turnover total with just 4. Caden Witt was wide open on the inbounds pass on the weak side. They didn't see it. Ryan Struess instead pops a 3 and knocks it down. First bucket in the second half for Struess. He has 9. Pine River-Backus on a 10-3 run. It's 45-34. PRB back within 11. Benson for the answer on the other end. Nothing but net for Benson. And a big response for Nevis. Benson, the junior, and he has got a sweet stroke. Chulinchek to Witt. Witt puts it on the deck, and he's going to be bumped and fouled by Christian Moe. Only the third team foul on Nevis here in the second half. Again, tomorrow morning, tune in for our Saturday Sports Wrap Coaches Program. 10 a.m. on KKI and AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, or online at rjbroadcasting.com. Tigers inbounds for PRB, almost tipped away by their own man. Ryan Struess to Caden Witt. Witt fires it, and that one tipped away. Devin Lindo. Devin Lindo with the steal, and he will cruise to the other end with the layup. 50-34, and it's right back to a 16-point lead. As here's a shot, no. Carson Travis, no. Andrew Buchers, pump fakes, third time the charm. PRB hasn't had much for offensive rebounds in the second half. 50-36. On the other end, Devin Lindo drives. He's going to spin and kick. Arndt gets Buchers a little bit of cushion, and he hits the jumper. First bucket for Arndt in the second half. He has 8. And now the two teams just answering each other as there's Ryan Struess forcing the issue, and there's a bump and a foul by Devin Lindo. 52-36, Nevis in front, 9:10 to go here in half number 2. The foul is going to go against Devin Lindo. That's his second personal. And now the discussion was on the floor or on the shot. Coach Scott Kramer is asking how in the he's asking how in the world that was a shot attempt. And there's confusion. Nevis wasn't really on the blocks. Pine River-Backus. So the shot was not good. The shot didn't go in, but they're going to a couple of free throws, and I think that surprised even some of the Pine River-Backus guys that they called that a shooting foul. And Ryan Struess is at the free throw line as he drops in the first. Alex Lester will come in. Benson will take a seat. Tate Norman returns for Pine River-Backus. Second free throw for Struess. Back iron, no. And Buchers, the offensive rebound. Here's Struess for 3 off the back iron, and it's going to sail over the backboard out of bounds to the Nevis Tigers. So just about halfway through half number 2, 52-37. 15-point lead, and Devin Lindo just blew right by the Tigers. He knifed between 2 defenders, lays it up and in. Devin Lindo with 11. And that was not a stellar defensive effort for Pine River-Backus. Nobody stepped in front, and Devin Lindo got a nice, easy lay-in, and now one tipped away. Joe Houchin picks up the loose ball. He'll cruise in, back-to-back steals and scores for Nevis as they now are up by 19, plus 1 as Houchin is fouled on his way to the basket. Puts it up and in. He's got an and one opportunity. The foul on Andrew Buchers, that is his third. Jared Hamilton has 4 fouls. He's coming in. Christian Moe back in for Nevis as Houchin tries for the 3-point play. That bucket for Joe Houchin, the junior, his first points tonight. Averaging 9.8 a game. Free throw spins out. Hamilton rebounds. 56-37, biggest lead of the night. No, excuse me. They were up 20. Here's Tate Norman. Quick 3 right side. That one missed everything. Struess hustles for the offensive rebound. Saved it in to Norman. Struess in the corner. Looking to drive baseline. Cut off. Gives it to Hamilton. And Hamilton, just as he was driving the basket, a timeout called by Jordan Ackerman. With 8:20 to go in half number 2. Pine River-Backus trailing the Nevis Tigers 56-37. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back on KOKS Talk 100, rjbroadcasting.com, and yourliveevent.com.
Wonderful place to live.
Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating teams. We're back with you here as Pine River-Backus inbounds. We have Hamilton, Norman, Struess, Travis, and Buchers, the 5 on the floor. Travis has it, free throw line. Jared Hamilton underneath, contact, and a foul as Alex Lester went for the block, and I think that'll be number 4 on Alex Lester. And it is. Lester, Moe, Arndt, Houchin, and Spencer Lindo, the 5 on the floor for Nevis, but that looks like it's going to change. Jared Hamilton at the free throw line. First one is good. His first point this half. He's got 10. Benson will replace Lester. So Lester out with 4 fouls. Hamilton right now on the floor for PRB with 4 personals. And the second one right straight through. 56-39. Biggest lead was 20 early in this half. Pine River-Backus cut it to 11. Nevis quickly responded. Here's a drive and a block shot. Christian Moe rejected by Andrew Buchers. Just under 8 minutes to play here in half number 2. On the inbounds, quick 3. Spencer Lindo from the right side corner. That one no, high off the rim. Hamilton rebounds. Hamilton in traffic, flips it back to Travis, over to Norman, and we're going to have a technical foul. We're going to have a technical foul called on the bench for Pine River-Backus. It's been a pretty physical game and some displeasure from the PRB bench, and a technical foul issued, so the Nevis Tigers will get 2 free throws and the ball. Spencer Lindo, the senior, at the free throw line for the first time, and he misses the first. Spencer, a 73% free throw shooter, and the second one is good. Spencer off the bench with the 11 points for the Nevis Tigers. 57-39, and Nevis will get the ball as well. They inbound it to Joe Houchin. He'll flip it back to Christian Moe. Moe into the front court to the near side. Nevis with a pretty comfortable lead. You know they're not satisfied. Spencer with a quick turn jumper at the elbow. No, got his own rebound. Nevis with 8 offensive rebounds in the first half, 5 more here in the second half. They really do a nice job of going after following their shots and getting the offensive glass. Spencer Lindo, spot, left side 3. This one, no. And the rebound tapped up in the air. And Buchers, and he's going to be fouled by J.P. Benson. That will be number 2 on Benson. Team foul number 6 on Nevis. So Pine River-Backus not into the bonus yet. Caden Witt will come back in for Pine River-Backus. Devin Lindo returns for Nevis. Jared Hamilton to Witt, right back to Hamilton. Norman trying to set the screen, looks to roll, nothing there. Pass to Buchers at the top. Buchers flips it to Struess. J.P. Benson right on his hip. Back over to Caden Witt. And the pass over to Buchers. As the Tigers of PRB, Buchers, a give and go. Cannot finish on the lob pass, and here comes Nevis. 6:45 to go. Second half, 57-39. Houchin blows by a defender and lays it up high off the window. And now the lead has matched its largest tonight for the visiting Nevis Tigers. 20-point advantage, 59-39. Hamilton to Norman. Caden Witt looking, and we're going to get a foul. Houchin tried to block Caden Witt and his path, and that will put Caden Witt at the free throw line for 2. Houchin picks up his 3rd. Caden Witt, the senior guard, at the line for 2. Excuse me, 1-1, and he missed the front end. Witt on the season was 100% from the free throw line. He was 4 for 4 coming in. So I didn't even announce or jinx that one. Here's Austin Arndt, and as he tries to drive, a little hesitation. Andrew Buchers with the bump. That'll be number 4, and now foul trouble is looming large for both of these clubs. 6:12 to go, team foul number 9 on Pine River-Backus. Austin Arndt 2 for 5 at the free throw line. He hit his first 2, missed his last 3, and now he's righted the ship as he connects on the first, and Nevis will have their biggest lead of the night thus far. Second free throw, good. Got them both. He's in double figures now with 10. 61-39. Irvin Tulenchek across the timeline, hands it off to Caden Witt. Witt looking inside, nothing there, passes it up to Struess. Struess looking to drive, flips it back, and now the kick out. Struess watched by Benson. Struess steps back. Benson with a good closeout. Struess is having to work extremely hard against Benson. Now a 3 by Tulenchek. That one off the front iron. Houchin on the rebound. 5:40 to go, 61-39. Houchin drives, floats one up. Boy, that kid can get up. That one a little off the mark. And PRB rebounds. Buchers up ahead. Caden Witt underneath the basket, puts it up and in. Good job by Caden Witt. Found an empty spot. Buchers with the long down court pass found him. 61-41. Spencer Lindo back the other way for Nevis. Over to Benson, and Benson going to back things out. Love the balance of this Nevis team. Benson with 15, Spencer Lindo with 12 off the bench, Devin Lindo with 11, as there's a bump and a foul by Ryan Struess up top. Then you got Austin Arndt with 10, 4 players in double figures. And then Alex Lester with 8. Just really, really good balance for this Nevis team. Foul on Struess is team foul number 10, so it's double bonus now the rest of the way with 5:06 on the clock. Here in half number 2, first free throw for Austin Arndt falls short. Second one on the way. That one is good, and we're going to have a timeout by Coach Scott Kramer of the Nevis Tigers. 5:06 to go here in half number 2. It is 62-41 Nevis over Pine River-Backus here on KLKS and YourLiveEvent.com. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at SchruppExcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Brainerd. Also ask about multiple purchase discounts.
And we welcome you back. Devin Kruger here with you on KLKS Talk 100, RJBroadcasting.com, and YourLiveEvent.com. Nevis back into the half-court defense, 62-41, and Nevis is going to switch it up here, and looks like they're going to play some zone for the first time. Really a 1-2-2 look with Devin Lindo at the top. And now here's the back door, and there's a beautiful lob. Caden Witt to a cutting Jared Hamilton. Makes it 62-41. Coach Scott Kramer, I heard him yell back door right as Hamilton made the cut. And a great feed by Caden Witt for the score. Joe Houchin back the other way. And now a pass, Spencer Lindo. Houchin thought he was coming all the way out, and Lindo kind of cut across the free throw line. Nevis turns it over. Just their 9th in the game, their 5th this half. Pine River-Backus, after 10 first-half turnovers, 6 this half. Still plenty of time, but still a long way to go as well. Irvin Tulenchek over to Witt. Lobs it to Struess at the free throw line. Tulenchek on the kick out, wants 3. That one way short of the mark, and right into the hands of Spencer Lindo. PRB trying to put the defensive pressure on Hamilton, and that's going to be number 5. Hamilton trying to pickpocket Devin Lindo and got the contact, heard the whistle, and quickly clapped his hands and headed towards the bench. He fouls out with 4:07 with 13 points for the PRB Tigers. And it is 2 free throws for Devin Lindo. First one short. Devin had 3 points in the first half. He's got 8 this half for 11. One of 4 double-figure scorers for the Nevis Tigers, who right now look like they're on their way to their 5th straight win over Pine River-Backus. But the second one falls out as well. Nevis has not been real great at the free throw line. Just to wonder if it's insurmountable. And there's a steal and a foul, as Joe Houchin picks up the steal and Caden Witt promptly picks up the foul. That will be his 3rd, and back to the free throw line we go. Pine River-Backus girls got the big win tonight after leading by 9 at the half. They go on to a big second half to beat Lake of the Woods tonight, 61-28. Houchin's first free throw is good. He'll get the bonus. Houchin did not score in the first half. Second free throw is off the mark. Andrew Buchers tracks down the rebound. He's got 5 now here in the second half, Houchin does. 3:50 to go. PRB would need to play nearly flawless basketball, scoring on about every possession and getting stops on the other end. With a 20-point deficit, 3:41 to go. Carson Travis at the high post. Nevis in there. Looks more like a 2-3 now. And now a pass off the foot kicked by J.P. Benson as Buchers tried to feed Carson Travis, cutting down the middle of the lane. And inbounding is Irvin Tulenchek. Jared Hamilton is fouled out off the inbounds. Travis thought about pulling the trigger on 3. Instead passes it up. Tigers have hit 4 threes tonight, all in the second half. Travis will fire one here. This one short. And on the rebound, a tie-up, and the possession arrow in favor of Nevis. Nevis 6-0 in conference play, looking to keep that unblemished. Pine River-Backus at 8-5, coming off a really exciting win Tuesday that, of course, we had on yourliveevent.com, 70-68 over Red Lake. And now the clock, very much the enemy along with the score right now for the PRB Tigers. Nevis has played a fairly solid game. I'm sure Coach Kramer not happy with some things, but Nevis has led wire to wire. Jumped out to a 13-1 lead. It was 33-18 at the half. Here's Devin Lindo, Houchin, and Nevis now perhaps taking the air out of the ball as they're playing way up top, and they had maybe an opportunity to drive. Looked like they really weren't interested. Devin Lindo has it way up top. Caden Witt going to come put some pressure on for Pine River-Backus. Now they're going to try to swat and get some steals, and now we're going to get a bump and a foul. And, down by 20, I don't know about extending the game here, but PRB, at least they're going to try to make something happen, try to get some steals, and I guess if they foul, they're going to foul in terms of just, hey, just try to go make a play, go see if you can get a nice steal and a run out. Carson Travis with the foul, his 3rd. Devin Lindo back at the free throw line, and he misses the front end as he is now 0 for 3 on the night. And Lindo came in 65% from the free throw line. Nevis brings Christian Moe onto the floor. Pine River-Backus bringing in 5'6" senior Ethan Rugroden. Second free throw, and this one, Lindo finally gets one to drop in. 64-43. Tulenchek, Travis, Struess, Witt, and Rugroden the 5 on the floor. I think that's 5 seniors. Here's Rugroden. The 3, the high arcer, no good. High off the rim, and the rebound to Devin Lindo. Up ahead to Arndt. Arndt on the left side. He'll lay it up and in. Austin Arndt with 7 this half, 13 in the game, 66-43 as we're down to 2 minutes to play here in tonight's contest. Yeah, Travis a senior, Witt a senior, Struess a senior, 5 seniors. Rugroden on the screen, and this time it's blocked. J.P. Benson, 3rd rejection of the night. Pine River-Backus got the ball back momentarily, but then turned it over, and Coach Scott Kramer is going to take a 30-second. He doesn't have a 30. It's got to be a full, but this is just a substitution timeout as Coach Scott Kramer is going to pull his starters. 66-43 for Nevis at the 143 mark as they empty the bench. And let's see what numbers we can see they came in. We got Isaac Bessler, a sophomore, Eli Lewis, a junior, Leland Nordby, a junior, A.J. Bessler, the freshman, and got a guy with a number that's, well, at least wasn't on the first roster I looked at. Let me see if I can check the other roster. Nope, he's not on that roster either. Maybe it's Eli Klimek. Eli Klimek. I'm going to go with that because it matches the JV squad number, and now we have a foul with 1:27 to go. Foul on Irvin Tulenchik, his 3rd. And junior Eli Lewis will head to the free throw line for 2. First one from the lefty is off the mark. Pine River-Backus staying with the 5 seniors out on the floor, and Lewis's 2nd free throw is in, so he gets in the scorebook tonight. 67-43. Nevis on the way to the win. Carson Travis, the drive, the right-handed leaner is off the mark, but he was bumped and fouled. Carson Travis will go to the free throw line. Carson with 1 point tonight. He went 1 for 2 on a trip to the free throw line in the first half. Ball is on A.J. Bessler. That'll be his first. As Carson sets for free throw number 1, and it's off the front of the rim. Listening to high school boys basketball on KLKS, Pequot Lakes, Jenkins, Nisswa, RJBroadcasting.com, and YourLiveEvent.com as Travis's 2nd free throw is good. 67-44 with 75 seconds to go. On the right side was Isaac Bessler. Klimek over to the left side to Norby, and there's a near steal by Witt. Now a drive down the right side. Carson Travis going to challenge, and he'll pick up the foul as A.J. Bessler will head to the free throw line for 2 for Carson Travis. That's foul number 4. And with 65 seconds to go, A.J. Bessler with a couple of free throws. Got a couple of finals in basketball, and on the boys' side, it was Henning big over Pillager tonight, 82-76 as the first free throw rolls out. On the girls' side, Pequot Lakes won big over Aiken, 71-21. Second free throw for Bessler, A.J. Bessler is good, 68-44. Final minute here in Pine River. Tulenchik gets the screen from Travis. Travis cutting down left side, puts it up and in. First field goal for Carson Travis tonight. And now off the inbounds, a steal by Caden Witt with the pump fake. Got blocked from behind by Isaac Bessler. Here's Rugroden for 3. That one off the mark. Now atop to Tulenchik for 3. This one off the front iron. 37 seconds to go, and we have a foul on the rebound. And I think it's against the Nevis Tigers. 68-46. Foul's going to go against Norby, the junior. Postgame recap will follow. We'll recap things, go through the numbers, have our postgame awards and interviews. Nevis led 33-18 at the half. Free throw for Carson Travis. Front end of it off the mark. That was team foul number 9, so just a 1-and-1. Here's Isaac Bessler, the sophomore. They work it around to the right side to Norby. Norby to Klimek as Nevis down to 20 seconds. Here's a drive and putting it off the window and good. Junior Eli Lewis. 70-46. Irvin Tulenchik going to come across the timeline. PRB will just dribble out the clock out of respect for the game, and that's going to do it. Nevis wins their 5th straight in the series. They stay undefeated in conference play, and we have a final. The Nevis Tigers 70, Pine River-Backus Tigers 46, and the postgame recap starts next on KLKS Talk 100 and YourLiveEvent.com.
Dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Brainerd and Baxter Studios. Nevis gets the win 70-46. Again, it was 33-18 at the half. Devin Kruger here with you. Second half basically was more of the same. Nevis outscored Pine River-Backus 37-28. Not as many second chances in the second half. Pine River-Backus was able to do a little bit better on offense, containing offensive rebounds, but Nevis just more efficient. Pine River-Backus couldn't get the big run that they needed. And again, you can sometimes you spend so much energy trying to claw back that when things seemingly don't look like they're going to turn around, the Tigers did what they could to try to just keep fighting, but Nevis had the cushion and they go on to the win tonight. The PRB Tiger girls got the victory 61-28 over Lake of the Woods in the doubleheader. Let's take you through the final numbers. In terms of turnovers, I had Pine River-Backus for 18 tonight, Nevis with only 10. Tigers of Nevis get the rebounding total 30-28 overall, 13-11 on the offensive glass. From the free throws, that is one blemish for the Nevis Tigers tonight. They were just 12 of 23. Pine River-Backus was 12 for 17. Individually for Pine River-Backus, Andrew Buchers led the way tonight, 14 points, 12 of those in the second half, 13 for Jared Hamilton. He had 9 in the first half. Ryan Struess finished with 10. Carson Travis had 4. Irvin Tulinchuk had 3. And Caden Witt had 2 for the PRB 46. For the Nevis Tigers, 4 guys in double figures. J.P. Benson led the way. He had 3 threes. He had 15 points, had 3 block shots tonight. 13 points for Austin Arndt, 12 for Devin Lindo with 3 steals, 11 off the bench for senior Spencer Lindo, 8 points for Alex Lester with a couple of steals, 5 for Joe Houchin with 3 assists, 3 for Eli Lewis, 2 for Christian Moe, and 1 for A.J. Bessler. Nevis gets the victory 70-46. We'll look to get our post-game interviews when we come back on KOKS Talk 100 and YourLiveEvent.com.
Save on your groceries and gas each week just by shopping at Pequot Lakes Super Value on Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Shop your locally owned Pequot Lakes Super Value for quality, service, and freshness. Enjoy delicious daily deli specials around the Stone Hearth fireplace, convenient on-site pharmacy, and the freshest meats and produce. Save on gas too. Earn 10 cents of savings on gas for every $100 spent on groceries. Pequot Lakes Super Value, Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Good luck, area teams.
Pine River Dental Arts is committed to the small town feel of your local dentist while providing top-notch dentistry like general dental care for all ages to help you have the healthiest mouth possible. And they offer same-day crowns. Pine River Dental Arts is happy to welcome Dr. Tony Sauer to the Dental Arts team. Make your appointment at Pine River Dental Arts on Park Avenue in downtown Pine River or call 587-4437. Feeling like patients are like family.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at shruppexcavating.com.
And kind of just rolled from there.
Well, I just realized I didn't have the volume up all the time for that, so I apologize for that for the viewers and listeners. But we talked about just a solid game and a solid effort, especially defensively. I saw your team early in the season, and as always, coaches and players, you're kind of trying to figure things out. I was pretty impressed with the fast start tonight. Is that something that this Tigers team has been doing more recently lately?
Well, we've been trying to, obviously. I mean, we can really put some pressure on defense, and with Lester and J.P. Benson playing in the post, Lester really provides a rim protector for us, and then our guys can really try to keep people out of the lane. And I think that was a difference tonight, that we just didn't let them get to the basket and into the paint where, they can dump it down or score or get fouled or all of those things, and that was the difference. I mean, we've set the tone, denying them from doing that.
33-18 at the break, and we saw both teams kind of have their runs. In the second half, you didn't really allow Pine River-Backus to get any sort of a solid run. What were some of the things that you addressed to your team at the break?
Well, and this isn't some other games where we've had kind of some silly turnovers or careless things where we don't know what we're trying to do. And tonight, I mean, we continually need to work on free throws because that's been kind of our Achilles heel. We did not shoot well. I don't know what the numbers are, but to a man, we just did not shoot well. And those are things, you get closer to tournament time, you have to be able to knock those down. Tonight it wasn't a big issue because we were able to score other ways, and we held them under 50 points, so that is also a key. But down the stretch here, as we're figuring out who we are, we need to be able to knock down free throws.
And speaking of figuring out who you are, the other thing that really stood out to me from what I saw kind of early in the season to tonight was the balance. 4 guys in double figures. Spencer Lindo comes off the bench, hits a couple of big threes. He's in double figures along with 3 starters. How has that been coming along? What needs to continue to happen for this Tigers team to try to make a run like you did last year?
Well, again, the balance, like you said, you hit it right on the head. With us being able to score from a few different positions, we give some relief to Alex Lester in the paint because obviously we want to go there with him being 6'7", but at the same time, they're going to deny that with what they want to try to stop as our strength, and then we have to be able to make them pay by the double teams and whatnot to have people making shots on kickouts.
Coach, impressive win for Nevis on the road tonight. Wish you the best of luck. Always good to see you and your squad.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much.
Scott Kramer, head coach for the Nevis Tigers after the 70-46 win over Pine River-Backus tonight. We'll take a break. More coming right up on KOKS and yourliveevent.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
We're going to be checking in now with our Pine River Family Market star of the game, and we're going to kind of do this on a whim, and I'm going to switch things over as our Pine River Family Market star of the game tonight, senior Ryan Struess for the PRB Tigers. And I know you just got up here, and it was a tough matchup tonight with Nevis in town, Ryan. But from your vantage point, what was it like out there? Knowing you were taking on the top team in the conference.
We knew we were getting into with them. We played our best, but obviously it wasn't good enough. So we're looking forward to the next matchup with them.
It's one of those things where they always talk about basketball being the game of runs, and you were able to put together a couple in the first half, even though you were down 15 at the break. Did you guys kind of have a sense that if you could put together that one really good run in the second half, that you could get back in this one?
Yeah, I think you always think you can go on a run, but with a fundamental team like Nevis, they're going to take it out and slow it down and get you out of your run, score a point.
They made it so tough because they're so athletic, and we saw, part of the reason that you had to work so hard for everything you got tonight, and you've got a guy like JP Benson trailing you. How tough is it, and how frustrating does it get, Ryan, when you're trying to find those open looks for yourself and teammates?
Yeah, that's props to him. He's a hard player. They all play hard. It's just what they always do, and it's tough. You get a little frustrated. You just gotta settle down and try to get an open look.
What's some of the main things, as one of the senior leaders, like you said, you have another crack at them. You have the potential of still, we know what this team is capable of when it comes to, further down the season. So as you kind of let a game like this sink in, what stands out to you as, things that you absolutely have to do to, get this Tigers team where you need it to be?
Yeah, obviously it wasn't our night, but we're going to really reflect on this, look back on the film, see what we can do better, run some plays, see what plays work, see what they do, and try to shut it down next time.
It's one of those games where you're working so hard on the defensive or on the offensive end to try to get the buckets, but this is a team that's so hard to stop, and they had so many weapons. What were some of the things you, the coaches, and your teammates were trying to figure out defensively to slow a team like this down?
You just got to take it one possession at a time, back and forth. You switch mindsets, and you just try to figure something out.
Oh, no, unfortunately it was just one of those tough nights. Yeah. But of course, for the star of the game, we always go with a Tigers player, and I really thought it just stood out that even though things aren't going your way, how hard you guys continue to work out on the floor, and again with the way you had to run around for your shots, I thought you did a heck of a job trying to trying to get yourself going tonight, Ryan.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, Ryan Struess, our Pine River Family Market star of the game. We'll take a break. More on the post-game recap as the Nevis Tigers get the win tonight, 70-46 over Pine River-Backus on KOKS and YourLiveEvent.com.
On your groceries and gas each week just by shopping at Pequot Lakes Super Value on Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Shop your locally owned Pequot Lakes Super Value for quality, service, and freshness. Enjoy delicious daily deli specials around the Stone Hearth fireplace, convenient on-site pharmacy, and the freshest meats and produce. Save on gas too. Earn 10 cents of savings on gas for every $100 spent on groceries. Pequot Lakes Super Value, Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Good luck, area teams.
Pine River Dental Arts is committed to the small-town feel of your local dentist while providing top-notch dentistry, like general dental care for all ages to help you have the healthiest mouth possible. And they offer same-day crowns. Pine River Dental Arts is happy to welcome Dr. Tony Sauer to the Dental Arts team. Make your appointment at Pine River Dental Arts on Park Avenue in downtown Pine River, or call 587-4437. Feeling like patients are like family.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community. Making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org. Cub Foods, Brainerd and Baxter, KOKS Studios, as we've got some final scores to pass along to you in boys basketball. It was Henning over Pillager, 82-46 tonight. Cromwell Wright held off Floodwood, 55-51. See if there's any others that I can find, and nothing through that as we take a look at, of course, girls basketball. Pine River-Backus has got the win tonight over Lake of the Woods, 61-28. And joining us now is going to be Jordan Ackerman, the head coach for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. And, Jordan, a tough one tonight. Nevis coming in tops in the conference, and you had a couple of little runs in the first half, but couldn't quite get that big one that you needed as they get the win tonight. What stands out to you from tonight's matchup?
Yeah, kudos to Nevis. They do a really good job running their offense. They're disciplined defensively. They're athletic. That's a really good team. So you got to tip your hat to Nevis as well. I didn't think we executed our game plan very well. Obviously, our offense was kind of a struggle tonight, putting the ball in the hoop. Those are kind of some things that stood out to me.
You know, when you look at it from what I've seen your guys be able to do, and we know you've got some guys that can shoot outside, but you guys are I love watching when this team is in that attack mode and attacking the basket. So when you have a game like this where Nevis did a nice job of shutting that down, what's, and I know you haven't had the time to let it simmer and really think about it, but what's something that maybe comes to mind of, okay, this is something we can focus on because we have to make sure these guys can adapt when something like that's not there?
Yeah, I think something we kind of talk a lot about is just reversing the ball and making them defend multiple screens. Like you said, we're good when we're attacking and sharing the ball, which we were attacking tonight, but I didn't think we were quite attacking at all the right times. And they're trying to score. They knew they were down and they were trying to force things. So I don't blame them for that. But I think a little earlier on we could have established our ball movement and kind of off ball screens and stuff like that to get us some more open looks.
Defensively, Nevis showed just how tough they're to defend. 4 guys in double figures. They had another guy that was just outside of 10 points. Defensively, you have such an athletic team, but that was another area where they kind of struggled. And I know second chance points was a big thing for Nevis tonight. What on that side is something that, was maybe that a point of frustration, but again, something that at least at this time of the year, you can go back and learn from?
Yeah, boxing out, finishing possessions. That team was more aggressive than us. They just kind of crawled through our backs sometimes, and you just got to be tough, box out, and be more physical, because I thought they were the aggressors today, and that clearly hurt us on the offensive rebounds. They have size, but I thought they outworked us quite a few possessions too.
Well, I know in a game like this, when things aren't going right, you can sometimes sense the frustration on both on the bench and with the players on the floor. And you've got guys that we see how hard they work, we see how hard they push themselves. So when the frustration gets built, how much do you have to lean on like those senior leaders to keep the calm heads and say, all right, hey, this is the type of game we're just having tonight. We've got to find a way to get ourselves out of it.
Yeah, no, you hope the senior leaders step up, and they do. I'll never doubt their will to win. They want to win every game. But I think there are just some things communication-wise where our elite seniors can step up in some ways. I can do better as a coach as well. And I think across the board as a program, there's some things we can tighten up, because that's where we want to perform at a high level each and every season. And so hope we can continue to build our leadership. That's part of this process, is helping them find their voice, helping them think the game, helping them grow their leadership. And that it takes time, and this is a great one for us to learn from, that we got to stick together. We got to play our game if we want to compete with really quality programs like Nevis.
With this, with this loss, you're sitting at 8-6. We're now into the second half of the season. You're coming off Tuesday night where you had a super exciting win over Red Lake. As you take a look at next week, you're right back at it Monday with a section opponent. What do you need to see? What's that conversation going to be like? Obviously it's a Friday night. Now you're back at it Monday of, trying to make sure that this team can bounce back quickly.
Yeah, I think a weekend always helps. These guys know who's good, and they know Nevis is good. They know Browerville is good. They're on Minnesota Scores checking that stuff out, so they know Browerville's another quality team. We played them the last 2 seasons, and they have a lot of similar players to us where they've been playing since 10th grade, so they're pretty familiar with a lot of their personnel. So hopefully they're watching a little film this weekend, kind of preparing themselves. But I know Browerville's going to come in, and they're going to play disciplined, a lot like Nevis. They're going to move the ball, and they have some really, really nice offensive players. So should be a good game again.
Well, we, of course, will have that matchup on yourliveevent.com and on some radio with Skeeter 101.5. Tough one tonight, Coach, but again, when you're playing these quality teams, you try to learn from them, and we wish you the best of luck next week. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Devin. Enjoy the weekend.
Always. Jordan Ackerman, the boys coach here for Pine River-Backus after Nevis gets the win 70-46. That is going to wrap things up for tonight as, again, we wrap up our doubleheader here from Pine River-Backus High School. Girls got the win 61-28 over Lake of the Woods. The boys fall to Nevis 70-46. For that radio audience, you can tune in tomorrow morning as we've got the Saturday Sports Wrap, 10 o'clock on KKI and AM 930, FM 103.1, and online and rjbroadcasting.com. Big thanks for everybody here at PRB Schools. As always, all of our sponsors for helping us bring you tonight's action, and for all the friends and fans that give us a great feedback on our broadcast. Until next time, have a great weekend. Drive safe. Stay warm. It is a frigid one this weekend, and we'll talk to you next time. For all of us at Homegrown Local Radio, RNJ Broadcasting Incorporated, and YourLiveEvent.com, I'm Devin Kruger. Let's do this again.